Monday Night Raw took place from the Performance Center tonight, and you had the show start off with the before it really started, you had a tribute for Kamala. You had a graphic which was very classy of them. I don't know if he had the best relationship with the company. I heard he was actually suing them. I don't think I mentioned it in my video, but it was definitely a good deal in the company to do that. They had them run down tonight's card. There's the Underground at 10 o'clock. You had Samoa Joe in the ring between in the contract signing with Seth Rollins and Dominic. I like Dominic. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I don't care. I don't care about this feud. I can't get into it. I apologize. It's just for the life of me, man, I can't get into the fucking match. I can't get into this. I can't get into this feud. I just can't get it. But it went on for a while. Joe spoke, and it seems like Joe's going to get back in the ring. I don't need to see him wrestle Seth Rollins, but what happens is Dominic and Seth get into a fight, and then you have Buddy Murphy there, and they beat the shit out of Dominic, and Seth takes a kendo stick, and oh my god, there was actually first he beat Humberto Carrillo. I forgot to mention that part. And then they had this brutal beating. They killed this guy. They whipped him. It was just vicious. He was handcuffed, and he just kept taking shots after shots, and you just see welts on this kid's body. It was painful. It was brutal, and it was a very good heated angle. I don't think, how are they going to have Dominic beat Seth? Is he going to get revenge? I'm not sure, but I mean, I guess he can get some comeuppance next week before Seth beats him at SummerSlam. I think they're not going to have Dominic beat Seth unless they have Ray come in. Maybe I guess they could, but I think one thing I've noticed is they keep saying SummerSlam is 1 week from Sunday. I mean, this Sunday, but what? They're not saying the date. That's weird. I just found that interesting, very interesting. They won't say the date, but they had a recap of the Retribution stuff. He had Zelina Vega enter, and she's looking great. And I noticed she's probably going to wrestle with the gear she was wearing. She's with Andrade and Angel Garza. She tells them to cut the music, and Angelo Dawkins faces Andrade. This was not a long match. Bianca Belair is with Angelo since Montez was poisoned by Zelina last week. Zelina's pretty evil. That's crazy. You don't hear people poison someone, but after she poisoned them, Bianca wants to get Zelina. She keeps going after her, and then they set up Bianca Belair and Zelina Vega. Here's the thing: Bianca would murder Zelina in like 30 seconds. It's just not believable for Zelina to get offense, but she was all over her. Bianca, they had her do the military plush slam, but she used to always do the thing where she'd like lift you up over her head, like over and over. She would do that. She once did that to, I think it was Candice LeRae, and NXT, and it was so cool. They won't let her do it here. She only did it once to Zelina. She should have just had her like do it like 100 times to Zelina Vega. She probably can also do that easily to Alexa Bliss, someone who's really tiny. They don't let her do that. But she slams Zelina, and then Zelina gets some offense, but eventually Bianca gets to KOD. You had Charlie Caruso interview her after the match, and she says if there's any evidence, and she says there's no way Montez Ford will miss SummerSlam. They want the match at SummerSlam. MVP VIP Lounge at Lashley Benjamin. Don't care. Shelton Benjamin defeats Apollo Crews in a non-title match. Apollo Crews, he's awful. He's a horrible champ. I don't want to say get rid of the guy, but it's just not here with this guy. I think it'd be better maybe if he were to go to another company. He's a total flop in WWE. And perhaps maybe there was too much expectations because of his look. People thought Vince would push him to the moon. It's just, there's just nothing with this guy. They go backstage. We see Mickie James make her return. She's talking to Sarah Scraper, who's interviewing her, and she's back to lead the locker room, and then she's interrupted by Natalya, and Natalia's new sidekick, Lana. I didn't even notice it was Lana. I thought, who's that? Is someone I know? But it's Natalya and Lana, and they go after Mickie. They rip into her, and eventually they're going to set up a feud. He had the Viking Raiders, Ricochet and Cedric Alexander, defeat Akira Tozawa and 3 others. Before the match, you had some idiots, or who was it? Oh my god. I forget their names. I don't know if I say Eric or Ivar. I think it was Ivar Hansen. He was talking to some blonde chick backstage, and she's, they did the whole thing. Ivar's cute, but Eric's not, or whatever. Kind of stupid. He had Charlie Cruz interview Drew McIntyre, and he got a good promo into him, and sets up their match. He had Peyton Royce alongside Billie Kay taking on Liv Morgan alongside Ruby Riott. This is the new feud. The Iconics, Peyton Royce is someone I guess they can push as a single star. Maybe they can get rid of Billie Kay because Billie Kay is horrible. Peyton Royce is not great. She's not really good, but she's so much better than Billie Kay. And Liv is improved. She's good. Ruby's very good, but they don't want to push her as much, but because of her luck probably. But Liv she's gotten a little bit better. Match was all right. Ruby messed it up for Liv, and Peyton Royce gets the win on Liv Morgan. So we'll see what they go from there. Shane McMahon greets his security guard. This is the really tall guy. His name is Jordan Almogbian. And is it Almogbian? That's how I'm going to try to pronounce it. Almogbian. Almobian? Maybe the G silent. He's going to get pushed. He's a giant. Riddick Moss beat Cal Bloom with a punch on the whole underground. It was alright. He had Asuka against Bayley, and probably the most anticipated match. Asuka comes out, and then you have Sasha Banks come out, and Sasha's wearing a very nice black dress. She's there, and she's representing Bayley. And one thing I've noticed is with Asuka, it's kind of funny. She always, with the Four Horsewomen, it seems to be in terms of matches she wins and loses against the Four Horsewomen. She has Bayley and Becky's number, kind of, even though she lost to Becky at the Rumble this year, but she's beaten Becky a lot, and she's beaten Bayley a lot. She beat her twice in NXT, like 4 years ago, and she beats her again today, but she can't beat Charlotte and Sasha. She has trouble against Charlotte and Sasha. She loses to Charlotte a lot, and she's lost a few times to Sasha now, so it seems like she can beat Bayley and Becky of the Horsewomen, but she can't beat Sasha and Charlotte. But the match was very good. I enjoyed it overall. Bayley's very good. Asuka's great. They had a good matchup. It went back and forth. You had Sasha on the outside. She didn't really get involved too much. It felt like completely different than everything else so far. It was just so much better than everything else on the show because the show really sucked before this. This was a really good match. Asuka gets the win with the Asuka lock, and she challenges Sasha Banks at SummerSlam, and that match is set. So we know Sasha and Asuka, and we'll see who Bayley faces. One of the Triple Threat Battle Royal, Raw and SmackDown NXT on Friday. On SmackDown, we'll find out who Bayley faces at SummerSlam. Yeah. This show wasn't, that good, to be honest. They go to Raw Underground. We see Arthur Ross backstage. We see Shayna Baszler there. She wants to fight someone. She attacks someone outside or something. And I guess she's going to fight, later tonight. He had Randy Orton defeat KO. This was a good match. It was started at 10:29. They had a good matchup here, but they went on for a while. Owens headbutts Orton off the turnbuckle and followed with a set on. Owens went for a stunner, but Orton countered with an RKO for the win, and the match is over. Orton asked Ric Flair to remain in the ring, and here we go, he's going to kill him. Because there was something they needed to talk, plus they need to celebrate. They had Orton say he had every right to be pissed at Flair, but he couldn't be mad at Nature Boy. He says there's no reason for him to face Owens, but Flair's ego got in the way. And Orton mentioned him getting some trouble in Peoria, Illinois when he was 22, and Flair was the only one who would help him out. Orton respected Flair, but he doesn't anymore. He doesn't love Flair anymore. He called him a liability. He knew Orton knew that Flair wanted him to be the son he wished he had. And Orton asked Flair if he's crying, and he told Flair to cry because that's all he's good for. When he said that, it's like, oh, fuck off. Didn't they do this like 5 years ago with that Paige and Charlotte angle or something? For fuck's sakes, the son, he has two sons. We know one passed away. We all know Reed died 7 years ago now. Oh, what the fuck, man? They're such shit. This fucking company's such shit stains. Such pieces of shit. Fucking company sometimes. Oh, why are they such assholes? Why do they have to do stupid shit like this? Such garbage. Such trash. This fucking company. Fuck. He has 2 sons. We all know the son he wished he never had. He has 2. One of them's dead. Just, they're so stupid. This fucking company. Orton represents Flair's health problems. He calls him a junkie for the spotlight. He doesn't have it anymore. And Flair takes the mic and says he was taking this seriously. And Flair said that Ric Flair from 2001 wasn't here anymore. He admitted he liked being Orton. Yes, he does like being in the spotlight. He's 71, and he still gets to be on Raw. Guys like Hulk Hogan call him and ask him what it's like. Flair wanted to be there with Orton, broke his record. He wanted Orton to beat his record, not John Cena. His record, Flair called Orton the best performer in the business and loved being with him. Flair said that after being in intensive care for 31 days, all he wanted to do was tell people he cared about them and that he loved them. Flair became emotional telling his story. He said he was just Charlotte's dad, and now he wanted to be in Orton's corner when Orton broke the record. Orton slaps the mic away and he hugs him. After Flair turned around, Orton gave him a low blow. The crowd booed. And Orton basically holds Flair as he slowly falls to the ground. The lights flickered. Orton sets up for the punch, and the lights go out so they can get Flair out safely. The lights come back, and Flair is down. McIntyre sprinted down, and Orton bailed as soon as he went. When Orton saw McIntyre, it was pretty funny. Officials check on Ric Flair, and McIntyre stands down Orton. The audience cheers for Flair. McIntyre said he's going to hurt him at SummerSlam, calls him an evil son of a bitch. And Flair was amazing here. Ric Flair was awesome here. He was the star of the segment. It's the Nature Boy. He was great. He was great in this segment. It was a great way to start to end it. Makes you think, is Rick going to turn on McIntyre and help Orton win the match on SummerSlam? That's kind of where I'm thinking this is going to go. But could be wrong, but I thought this was a great angle. So I really liked the last angle. I liked the Asuka Bayley match. The rest of the show sucked.